The best way to describe myself, I just think, comes across on air as open.
I'm a tad eccentric.
Young at heart.
I like to think I'm funny.
Addicted to music.
Techno nerd.
I'm sensitive, I'm caring.
Lucky.
Passionate.
An ever-changing madman.
Down to earth.
Gay.
Determined. Bit of a perfectionist.
New Zealander.
Zimbabwean. I'm very proud of that one. Spiritual.
I'm a theosophist. You don't have to really know what that is.
Happy.
Joyful.
Confused.
The way I feel at the moment is really weird, but I feel lonely, I feel lost, but I do feel ambitious, and I can see that something good sort of will come.
How cool is the music that we've been playing? 20 songs celebrating 20 years of Joy. It is our birthday this week. It's hashtag Joy20, and if you're on Twitter, have a look at the hashtag Joy20 and you'll be able to see all the action. You'll be able to see photos. We've had the Joy Tram. The 86 has actually become the Joy Tram. It's 27 minutes to 11 and we are celebrating. Oh, I can't get one that actually makes sound, but you know what it is. You know, one of those blowy things where... Nah. I was going to say I can't blow very well, but we'll leave that one right alone.
This week is an amazing milestone for the station, not only as a broadcaster but as a community organisation as well. We're celebrating our 20th year on air. All volunteers are the lifeblood of our organisation. Joy is a community radio station and we are powered by people, and the majority of those people do it voluntarily. And when it comes to who can be a volunteer at Joy, everyone. If you are like-minded and you believe in what we do and you have a passion for great radio, then we want you as a part of Joy.
Hello, Joy 94.9, this is Raabe.
Gay, lesbian, bisexual, transgendered, intersex, and in Australia we've also got queer. I encourage my presenters to be as open and honest as possible, because whether you're the G, the L, the B, the T, the I or the Q, there's going to be someone like you listening who will identify with you.
Growing up in New Zealand, there was a community radio station that played 1 hour of a GLBTI show once a week, and I was enthralled by it. And I remember as a young kid, I would sneak off to my room every week and listen to it, because that was my one connection with the gay community that I otherwise didn't have. And I think that Joy is a fantastic radio station because it does that 24 hours a day, every day.
I had a dairy farm that I was running with my husband. This is down in Gippsland, and you could barely pick up Joy then. And so I set up an antenna at one of the highest points of the farm and would listen to Joy while milking the cows, and the cows liked Joy. You tended to be fairly safe at milking times because all of your other friends would be milking their cows as well, but occasionally a neighbour would drop by, and so you just sort of quickly turn the radio down and go and say hello to them and sort of wonder how long they might have been standing there.
You can land on 100% straight, 100% gay, or sit somewhere in between. The fact that no one talks about this openly, it doesn't help to normalise sexuality. You one day might like a girl. You, a couple of years or a couple of weeks or a couple of days, you might like a guy. You don't have to worry about that. Deal with it when it comes.
If you're in a straight relationship and you have a girlfriend, and your girlfriend's the one that's bothering you, you can tell your parents that you know who's bothering you. But I couldn't really tell my parents that my boyfriend was bothering me, and I had this huge argument, and I couldn't tell my mum about it. So I rang her up on the freeway on the way home, and totally illegally wrote out my coming out story, I guess, or my coming out to my mum on this piece of paper while I was driving down the Mulgrave Freeway. So when I got there, I could actually read it. Once my mum knew, it was fine. That was what I was worried about. I was worried about everyone else finding out before my mum. I just wanted to know that my mum knew, and then from there, I sort of really didn't care after that.
Hearing voices that you could relate to and hearing people like yourself was such a revelation, and hearing music that I could relate to and that I loved and that I wasn't hearing elsewhere was also an amazing thing for me. And I believe that lots and lots of people could tell that same story about Joy.
Just when you think you know the person, that person might come out as transsexual or just declaring themselves whoever they are, which is truly an amazing feat, which they probably wouldn't be doing in mainstream society.
There's so many people that I come out to in my family being able to actually just say, yeah, just listen to my show. And then, you know, they're going to hear the gay and lesbian tags, or they're going to hear me talking about, you know, my boyfriend or a gay relationship or something like that.
That's what made this establishment so important to myself, because I found out that you don't have to be a stereotype and you don't have to be a cliche. You can be yourself, and that's good enough.
Happy birthday, Joy!
20. Can you believe it?